What's up guys, not an off-roading video, but I do want to do a follow-up on the last video I posted, or at least one of the last videos I posted. I did a review on the Garmont Boots. They had 3 boots out and I wanted to just kind of do a representation of each of them, as I'm prior service, Air Force. I was TAC-P for a couple years and I actually just re-enlisted because Shay is in, so I figured why not. And so I'm actually headed off to EOD school pretty recently. So next couple weeks I'm gonna be shipping out and wanted to test out some boots, so that's why you guys saw that. Long story short, Garmont saw the video and they sent me a pair of their US made boots that just came out. So I'm super pumped to be able to test them out. I want to thank Garmont. That was above and beyond. I never expected anything like that, and they were phenomenal. They sent them out like 2-day shipping so I could get them, try them on, make sure they worked out well, and use them in EOD school, and I'm gonna put them through the paces. So I wanted to show them to you guys first and tell you guys what I thought. Now I do want to say this, so I usually wear a 10 wide in all my boots. That usually is a good fit, especially with the S2Vs, the Garmont boots, everything. So I'm actually going to compare these against the S2Vs and the 670s, because I guess you could say, in my opinion, based off what I've seen, those are the most popular boots. And I know you can have opinions on that for sure, but if you look around, the S2Vs by Rocky and the 670s by Garmont are extremely popular, especially for field use and for just people who are actually using them in a lot of extreme conditions. Now, again, you can argue that all day. Under Armour, Salomon, all of them, there's a bunch of really good boots out there. Danner, there's great brands. However, again, like I said, the most popular ones that I see constantly are those 2 boots. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this and take a look. As I mentioned, I am usually a 10 wide in all of my boots. However, when Garmont reached out, they said that they recommended going with 9.5 wide with this boot. So we're gonna see that first and foremost, just kind of see how that works out and the fitment. I'm really interested because I usually go with a 10 wide just because it gives me just a little bit more room to run a thicker sock. I like to run the Darn Tough socks. They're lifetime warranties, they're a little bit thicker, padded, and they work great in the field. Again, if you're in an office environment, you can wear whatever you want. There's Ultimas, there's all sorts of other boots that are comfortable. I like a boot that's gonna last in tough conditions and usable and not fade away and stuff like that. Right now, my favorite daily boot is the 511 boot. I actually wear that all the time. I really like them. However, I can't wear them in uniform because they're just not certified. So in uniform, I wear the 670, and I've actually been rocking the Bifidas a lot for some reason. They've just been a great boot for me. So anyways, here we are. This is the T8 Anthem. These just came out, they're US made, and I'm really excited about that because at the end of the day, when you're wearing the uniform, it sucks that most of this stuff is made overseas. So it's nice to wear something that's made in the USA. I mean, you're representing the USA, you're freaking in the military. I mean, come on, that's why people wear the Rockies, they wear those other boots, and they want to have US made boots. So thank you, Garmont, for actually doing that. I'm not saying that other boots are bad, and they last and they do great. However, it is nice to run around in a US military uniform wearing US made stuff. So, first impressions. All right, here's the box. Now, I do want to say this box, extremely lightweight compared to some other stuff that I picked up. When I first got this and picked it up, even with all the packaging, this is an extremely lightweight boot, which is great. So, there we go. This is the, like I said, the T8 Anthem wide, and this is the 9.5. Right off the bat, I want to say this. This is a light boot. I actually really like the look of this. The one thing I like about the Bifida, and I'm going to keep mispronouncing that, Bifida, is I like that it has an aggressive sole because it not only digs into more of your outdoors conditions, it just has a better grip, and honestly I just kind of like the look of that a little bit more. However, the 670 is just more comfortable overall. So I think this is a good combination of the 2. So right off the bat, there you got the tread design, which is great. Again, I'll reference this to like tires. This is a mud train style. I kind of like the design and the lugs of all that. We'll see how it works out. I love that they didn't do that weird logo thing that the Falcon had. I didn't like that at all. I actually got rid of the Falcons. They're extremely comfortable boot. I actually liked wearing them, but for some reason I just didn't like the look of them, which isn't a big deal. There's just personal preference. So yeah, you got some drain vents on the interior side. I'm a weird person. I like to smell shoes. if you smelled some weird overseas shoes, you understand what I'm talking about. Just, you can smell the quality. Again, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's kind of it. Now, one thing I thought the soles were Vibram soles. These soles say Garmont on the bottom. They don't say Vibram. So I am gonna need to look into that a little bit more, because I thought they were Vibram soles. Not a big deal, but you know, some of the other boots do have Vibram soles. I think the Bifidas do as well. I'll have to look into that. All right, so that's kind of the overall look of the boot. Again, I'm all for it. I like the look of the boot overall. The sole is kind of soft, which is nice. So that means it's gonna have good grip. So I'm curious on how long that's gonna last. One of the first things I'm gonna do with these, besides just obviously wearing them, make sure they fit right, because the Bifidas had a weird area right here where they fit off, but the other ones felt more like a glove and fit right away. So I'm interested in how that works out. So yeah, we're gonna test this out. First thing I'm gonna do is try these on with a good sock and see how the fit is, because like I said, I am usually 10 wide and this is a 9.5 wide, and we'll go from there. Then I'm going to put them through their paces. I have a brand new pair of Rocky S2Vs, so I'm gonna put them side by side. What I'll probably do is do a ruck just on like a Sunday or something, and do a mile in these and then a mile in those, just back to back. Nothing crazy, but just enough to run and walk in it, because it's usually my rest day anyways, to just kind of break them in and see how they both feel. I don't want to get too crazy with a brand new pair of boots, especially this close to going to school, but at least, you know, give them a good opportunity to break in. So let's try these on, see how they feel, and I'll get back to you in 1 second. So stand by one. Let's move this out of the way. All right, I'm not gonna lie, this fit great. When they told me to go with the 9.5 versus the 10, I was a little nervous, but this fit like a glove. I will say this, it's kind of like if the 670 and the Bifida had a baby, you would end up with this boot right here. It has that kind of that jungle feel like the Bifida, but kind of a glove feel like the 670, but not as much. So it's like right in the middle. So if you really want a boot that feels like a glove, go with the 670 or the Falcon. Or if you want that really, really jungle style, go with the Bifida. However, if you want the best of both worlds, I gotta say this boot was phenomenal. The sole didn't feel as cushiony as I thought it would, but again, I'm kind of biased because I'm basing it off of a running shoe, which I shouldn't do. And then my 511s just feel a little bit more cushiony, but that does go back to the way the boot wraps around your foot too. The 670, my 511s, and some of the other boots it's more of a glove fit, where this is just a good, secure boot fit, if I could describe it as anything else. It's solid. I actually really like that a lot. And that was just initial walk around the townhome, nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna test this out and I'm gonna compare it to the Rocky S2V. I'm gonna put them side by side, both of them brand new boots. I'm gonna take them out, like I said, a mile and a mile, back to back, ruck, full weight, that sort of thing, and test them out. Nothing too crazy, but just see how they perform right out of the box. But overall, first impressions, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting it to be what it is. I thought it'd be more glove fitting, but the fact that it's kind of in between both, it just feels like a really secure, solid, good boot. Plus, it's made in America, guys. I love that part. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this actually feels and test out a bit more. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and double check on this sole and see where that's made. I don't see anything inside. Some of the other ones have like the cushioning and stuff is different brand and everything. This is just literally no brand, no nothing on it. But you do get the Made in USA right there. You probably can't see that, but I'm really pumped about that. So again, first impressions, freaking awesome. Solid boot, feels quality. It actually feels like a good boot. It doesn't feel like just something cheap and fake leathery and just low quality. So I'm excited to see how it goes from there. And I'm not just saying that because it's sponsored. I'm saying that because that's how I feel. If it turns out to be crap after I test it out, then it's crap and I'll tell you that. But for right now, first impressions, I give it a thumbs up. So So we'll see how it works out. Again, thank you, Garmont. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll put it through its paces, see how it goes. You know what? I might even do 3 miles, 1 mile in this, 1 mile in the Rocky, and then 1 mile in the 670 to give you a full comparison. We'll see. So we'll check it out Sunday, which is Father's Day. Sounds like a good Father's Day to me. Get a good ruck in. So thanks you guys for watching, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Garmont. And yeah, we'll test these out. First impressions, I give it a solid 8. Yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks.